Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Welcome to another episode of Wax in My Home. In the last segment of Wax in My Home, we talked about my 2023 molding plan, how I planned on getting through my current inventory of wax during 2023, and we went through what I currently have in my winter inventory and what would be coming in that I know through Scentsy Club of my winter inventory, and how many bars I would need to pour a month over that April to October period where I use my winter bars to get through my Scentsy Club shipments and what I currently have in stock for winter bars. This segment, I'm going to be focusing on what would be my favourite category out of all of the categories, and that would be my bakery bars. Now, before I show you my inventory of what I have in bakery bars, let me just first state that this is for my own personal use. This is my own personal stash. I do not have this for sale. It is just for me to use and enjoy. Now, this is one of my larger categories, and I have broken down numbers of what it would take for me to get through this, plus my Scentsy Club shipments, which majority of my Scentsy Club shipments are bakery bars. I'm not going to lie. I think I have, out of all these fragrances, 21 fragrances I actually have come to me in a frequent basis through Scentsy Club, and then there are 10 fragrances that aren't in my Scentsy Club, but 3 of those fragrances are the 3 of the only 4 fragrances we have in our catalogue. So the reason I have so many come to me through Scentsy Club, because even though I have a big range of bakery here, our catalogue here in Australia is very sparse with its frequent bakery bars. We only ever have 3 bakery bars. One I'm not a big fan of, so you may as well say for me there's really only 2 bakery bars, and one that's a spice bar, but I classify it as bakery. So when we go through this inventory, that's the other thing. I haven't classified these as to what Scentsy would classify them as. I've classified them to what I would consider to be my bakery bars. So some to you might think they're more fruity or they're more spice, and they're meant to be in that category. But for me, I use them as my bakery bars, and I classify them as my bakery bars, so they have been categorized into my inventory as my bakery bars. But as I was saying, here in Region 3, we're very sparse in our actual catalogue of bakery bars. We only have 3. So for me, that's another reason why I have 20 plus bars in my Scentsy Club of bakery scents, because it is my favourite category. I do want to enjoy my bakery, but when you've only got access to 3 scents, it's a bit hard to do that. So how I get them is basically through Bring Back My Bar, the Harvest and the Holiday collection mostly. Limited time collections come out, and they're generally in the Harvest and Holiday where a lot of the bakeries come out, and some come back through Bring Back My Bar. Occasionally a few trickle through our Easter collection, but on the whole I've noticed most of my bakery scents that have gone into my club have come back through a Bring Back My Bar, the Harvest collection or the Holiday collection. So, without further ado, let's delve into what I have, and then we will talk some numbers of what I would need to get through. And remember, when I'm talking these numbers, I'm looking at currently what I have on hand and what I know will be coming to you in a year's with future Scentsy Club subscriptions. As I said, 20 plus bars of these are already in my Scentsy Club. So we're going to start with my Scentsy Club bars, show you what I have, and then show you what's not in my Scentsy Club. So let's start off with, I have one Peppermint Dreams. This is in my quarterly club. Absolutely love this scent. This was a Bring Back My Bar exclusive to Scentsy Club only, so I did have to throw it in and try it. If I knew how good it was, I probably would have increased the frequency in Scentsy Club. It smells like a chocolate mint biscuit or a chocolate mint cake. Absolutely love this in my kitchen. So since we're going on the chocolate theme, let's delve into the rest of my chocolatey bars. So I have chocolate coconut cream. This was also a Scentsy Club exclusive bar, and I have one of these coming to me on a quarterly basis also. Then we have Hug in a Mug. This was from our last Bring Back My Bar, and I get one of these monthly in my Scentsy Club, and I still only have one. So this is one where you would think I would have more since I'm getting 11 bars a year, but I go through this particular one just as frequently as it comes in. That's a great mixer for me, and it is one of my absolute favourite bars. So moving on, we have 2 apple butter frosting. Again, another Bring Back My Bar. I get one quarterly. This is another one I wish I had more come, because it's another scent that I use pretty much as soon as it comes in. It's just this buttercream frosting with a little bit of cinnamon and spice. Great mixer, great by itself. One I probably wore more through autumn and winter than now, which is why I've got 2, but during those autumn-winter months, I generally use it as fast as it comes in. This is one, if I had to, in my next Scentsy Club round of edits, make room, one that I could possibly delete out. And that is Caramel Sugar Cone. I have 2 of these. I get one that come every quarter with this one. So this is basically the caramel glaze or the caramel syrup of a toffee that you would find on an apple. So it's not a chewy, ooey gooey toffee. It's more that hard glazed toffee you would find that you would put on a dessert or an apple, something like that. I do tend to mix this with an apple scent to get like a caramel toffee apple type scent going, but I don't reach for this as much as I do my other bakery bars. So if I did have to make room anywhere, this would be probably one I would probably let go. So since we're going along the caramel line, the next one I have 3 Gimme Candy, and I believe this is in my bi-monthly club. So I will get one every 2 months of this, and this is just a beautiful butterscotch candy. This one is actually still available for purchase, although I think this is the last month, because I think it was our September scent of the month, so I think whatever's available will be locked off after this month. So this is the last, I think, month that you have access to this if you wanted to pop this into club or grab Gimme Candy now. So the next candy scent, or toffees, caramel scents, sorry I should say, because we're going through our caramel scents now, is Salted Caramel Toffee, currently available in our Scent of the Season collection. I've popped this into my bi-monthly club, so I will be getting one of this every 2 months too. This is a rich, gooey, ooey, chewy toffee caramel. Decadent, rich and delightful. Yum, yum, yum. So, let's talk about our Scentspirations collection, shall we? So, a recent collection that's come out is the Buttercream Scentspirations collection, based on Vanilla Bean Buttercream, and all but Vanilla Bean Buttercream are in my club because, well, Vanilla Bean Buttercream is a staple. I haven't quite decided whether they're going to stay in my club indefinitely, but they will for a little while because I haven't had a chance to really warm through them all properly. I always like to warm through a bar a few times before I make my final decision of just how much I absolutely love it. So I currently have, and there should be 4 here, and I know I've got 4 here. I will probably come across it later because I know I haven't warmed this particular one yet. So I do know I have 4 somewhere floating here, but in my hand I only have 3. I do know there's a 4th one floating somewhere. I'd say the 3-year-old was taken off of one of my bars. But I do have currently 4, even though I can only show you 3 at the moment, of caramel buttercream. So this is not as sweet as I was expecting. This is a little bit more, I guess, a richer caramel, but not as sweet as I was expecting. The vanilla bean buttercream is probably toning it down a bit. I was expecting it to be sweet and decadent along the same lines of salted caramel toffee, but it is a really nice scent. And as I said, I do have 4, but I don't know what my son's done with the 4th one. One I know I've only got 3 because I do recently have one in my empties, which I will be doing at the end of the month, and that is candy cane buttercream. I've been really enjoying this one in my room, of all places, so I could have probably put this in with my bedroom scents, but because it does have that buttercream note, I decided to keep it with its rest of its collection and put it in with my bakery scents. But this is just a beautiful sweet buttercream candy cane scent. I am really enjoying it. As such, this will probably stay in my club for a little bit. I know I could probably replicate this maybe with Olaf Warm Hugs and caramel and vanilla bean buttercream if I wanted to, because Olaf Warm Hugs is another minty scent I really love in my bedroom. And because this is on the softer side, that's why I've been choosing to warm this one in my bedroom. But I am really enjoying candy cane buttercream at the moment. So for the time being, it will be staying in my Scentsy Club. So both caramel buttercream and candy cane buttercream are in my bi-monthly. And then also in my bi-monthly, I currently have gingerbread buttercream. I've got 4 of them. This reminds me, as a child, my sister used to take me up to the shopping mall, and they used to have stands like Donut King and your donut stores. But in this stand, it was home-baked cookies, and we used to grab the ginger snap cookies. When I smell this, I smell those ginger snap cookies. So this is really good. Gingerbread buttercream. So that's in my bi-monthly club, and I have 4 of them. So they're the buttercream apart from vanilla bean buttercream, which we'll talk about because we're still going through my club scents at the moment. One that I have one every quarter is toasted marshmallow. So I have 4 of these. This is from our Easter collection. It's a smoky toasted marshmallow over a fire. I do mix with this a fair bit, more than I probably warm it by itself, but it is really, really good. And then I have 1 birthday wishes, and I also get one of this quarterly, and 1 happy birthday, which I also get quarterly. So these are basically vanilla cakes. Happy birthday is a little bit more richer, a little bit more of that frosting, and sometimes when you warm it you can get a little bit of like a marbly cake smell. But these are really good mixes. They're really good to gift as birthday presents. I really, really enjoy them. My children don't like happy birthday by itself, so I do tend to have to mix happy birthday with other things, but I really, really do love them. Then I have a maraschino sugar cookie, which was from our brick collection this year. So And that's the thing about our bricks. They sold out the first day here in Australia, but we were still able to get them as bars if you put them in Scentsy Club. I have this bi-monthly in my club. I never want to be without this scent. It is that good and that amazing. So, next one we have was another scent of the month. I believe this is October's scent of the month, and that is Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. This is in my bi-monthly club, and I have 2 of these. It does have a pineapple note in it, so it comes across a little bit sweeter. It kind of reminds me of a pumpkin swondo when I warm pumpkin drizzle. Then I have 1 crumb top. So this is a bring back my bar. I get 1 every quarter. I did at one stage have 2 coming every quarter, and I dropped it, which was silly because I go through this quite regularly. It is a wonderful mix for me. Then I have Lemon Drizzle Cake. This was from last year's collection. This is another one I feel if I needed to make room in my club, I could probably get rid of. I use it pretty much as soon as it comes into my club, and I do really enjoy it. But I feel the fact that I have birthday wishes and happy birthday, I could take a lemon scent and replicate another lemon cake scent. So I feel like this one, I guess, isn't, I don't want to say authentic, but isn't unique enough. I feel like I could recreate something similar to this if I needed to make room in my Scentsy Club. So I have 1 of them. Then what's in my monthly club is Sugar Cookie. I currently have 2 of these. Again, another one. Even though I get 11 a year and it's in my monthly club, it kind of goes out the door as quick as I get it. It gets warmed as quick as I get it. It's just a beautiful, rich sugar cookie smell, and it's also another great mixer. So I currently have 2 of them. Then I have 3 Lemon Thyme Cupcake. This is currently in my monthly club. So if this does not come back in March when our new catalogue changes over, because it was new to our autumn winter catalogue last year. So if they don't bring it back in this year's autumn winter catalogue, it will stay in that monthly club and I will get 11 more come to me. If it comes back, then I will be able to access it through the catalogue and won't need it in the club. But at this stage, I really enjoy this. In fact, I prefer Clementine cake more than I do lemon drizzle cake. So this would kind of take the place of lemon drizzle cake if I had to make any Scentsy Club cuts. The next one in my bi-monthly club, Maple Rum Cake. Currently have 2 of them. This is from this year's Halloween collection. Absolutely love this. This smells to me like a rich, spiced fruit cake. Then I have 1 sweet plum pastry. I have this come quarterly to me. Another one I wish I had more come or on a more frequent basis, because this is another one that gets used as soon as it comes into my door. Just this beautiful, rich plum bakery scent. Then I have 2 banana berry from the Easter collection a couple of years ago. This comes to me quarterly. This smells to me like a banana pudding when it's warming. On cold it smells like candied bananas and strawberries and cream lollies, but when it's warming I get banana pudding. Not very long lasting and not very strong, but I do enjoy warming this in both my daughter's room and the kitchen. So this is another one I really love, and I don't have any intentions of getting rid of, but if I had to choose scents to get rid of, this would kind of be midway down. I would probably get rid of lemon drizzle cake and the coconut sugar cone first, and then if I still needed to make room, I would probably potentially maybe consider that one. But at this stage, I'm not ready to do an edit like that. So as you can see, I love bakery scents and they're in my club because we don't have access to them in my catalogue, which is why I have so many in my club. So there's the other caramel buttercream hiding in amongst another set. As I said, I did have 4 of them. So next I have 2 Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin, again from our Harvest collection. This one, no, this is the one that smells like pumpkin scone dough. Vanilla pumpkin drizzle was more like a sweet, warm, drizzling cake thing. So Cozy Vanilla Pumpkin, really enjoy this. It's fresh pumpkins as you're making pumpkin bed or pumpkin dough from a pumpkin scone is what I get when I'm warming Cozy Vanilla Pumpkin. Then I have a Haunted Mansion 3 Thumbs Up. This is a beautiful, it's meant to be a pumpkin spice set, but I just get this like rich bakery scent, a little bit of spice. Everything is blended so well in this. Absolutely love this. I get one every quarter in my club. Again, another one I wished I got a little bit more frequently. Then we have from our holiday collection, Maple Vanilla Glaze. I believe I have this currently in my bi-monthly club. This is just a rich maple warm scent. Absolutely amazing. Very similar to that, I have, so that is what's in my club. Now we're moving on to scents that aren't in my club. Very similar to Maple Vanilla Glaze, as I was about to say, I have a Vanilla Cinnamon Maple. So to me, I get very similar vibes to Maple Vanilla Glaze, but this has just got the added warmth of cinnamon to it. They're just very warm, cozy scents in my kitchen. If this were to come back with the opportunity to add it to club, I probably would add this one to club. This came in our Since the Season or our Home for the Holidays collection last year, and I only warmed one, but I warmed it this time of year where it's a little bit too hot, and then I warmed my second one that I had in winter and fell in love with it. So this is the last one I had, and by the time I went to go pick up more from the clearance section, they were gone, unfortunately. So I thought this is what I need to warm at the right time of year to really, really enjoy. So another one that I would definitely put back into my club, if it ever came back. I took it out of my club thinking sweet plum pastry would suffice and that would be enough for me, that I didn't need 2 plum scents. Boy, was I wrong. So that is Pretty and Plum. I have 3 left from a Bring Back My Bar a little while ago, and I actually like to mix this with sweet plum pastry. I get so many compliments when I warm the 2 together. Absolutely love it. If this were to come back again, it would go into my club. So the next one we're going to talk about is currently in the catalogue. It's currently in the catalogue as a spice category, but I've got it classified, as I said, in part of my bakery scents, and that is cinnamon and vanilla. You can't go wrong with this. This is just a basic cinnamon and vanilla scent, not in my club because I can still currently get it in the catalogue. Another one, not in my club because it's currently available in the catalogue, and that is Vanilla Waves. I have 3 Vanilla Waves. So good. It's licking an ice cream straight off the beach. Absolutely love it. If this were to ever retire, it would definitely go into my club. The next one that is in the catalogue, that there is no need for me to club because it is in my catalogue, is Vanilla Bean Buttercream. I do have the ones with the labels from our Senspirations collection. When you get it in our catalogue, you get it looking a little bit probably more like this. That's toasted marshmallow. You wouldn't have the bauble on it straight from the catalogue, but because I was getting the Senspirations, I kind of like this little label, so I did buy them from the Senspirations collection just so I could have that label. This is just a rich, beautiful Vanilla Bean Buttercream, great mixer. As you can see, I have 4 of them currently in the catalogue, so no need for me to plug. The only one I actually don't have from the catalogue in my collection is Blueberry Cheesecake. So that's the only other scent in our catalogue, and I don't have that one because it comes across a little bit milk curdly to my nose. I'm not the biggest fan of Blueberry Cheesecake, which is the only reason I don't have that one. So next I have 2 Toffee Butter Crunch. This was from a Bring Back My Bar. I did take this out in favour of some of the other toffee scents, but this has got a little bit more of a nutty, richer taste. If it came back, I would be very tempted to put this one back into my club again as well. Then I have 3 Buzzworthy, a very rich almond honey scent. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I will warm the 3 I have and be done with them. This is one I can live without. Then I have 2 Lemon Drop It Low. And I know you're probably thinking, why is this in your bakery section? To me, it's in my bakery section because it smells like a lemon curd from a lemon meringue pie or a lemon tart. So I classify this as my bakery because that's what my nose picks up. It smells like the whipped lemon curd from a lemon tart. Then I have 2 Central Park pralines. I feel like if you like scents like Toasted Acorn and Oat and Toffee Butter Crunch, you would like this because it's kind of like a mixture of in between those scents. And the last one I have here is Gingerbread Hugs from the Scents of the Season last year. So if you watched my November-December, what I've been trying to get through for Christmas, Melting Basket, you would have seen at the beginning of November I had 6 of these. So I've worked my way through them. I now have 1 left of that. My kids aren't the biggest fan of this. It's a little bit too strong for them on the ginger, but I really do enjoy it this time of year. So when I do warm this particular one, I do tend to tone it down with Vanilla Bean Buttercream. So I do kind of feel the gingerbread buttercream for our house would be a little bit better for Gingerbread Hugs. So this is no longer in my Scentsy Club. It was at one stage, but it no longer is. So going forward, Gingerbread Buttercream is probably going to be our gingerbread scent for Christmas. So that is my current, I guess you could say, bakery inventory. Now let's talk some numbers here. So I currently have in just my bakery I currently have 70 bakery bars to work through over 2023. Although, as I said, 20 of these fragrances, I think there were about 22 of these fragrances, they are in my club either on a bi-monthly or a monthly frequency, most of them. There are a few that are on a quarterly frequency, but if they're on a monthly frequency, I'm going to get another 11 more of them. If they're on a bi-monthly frequency, I'm going to get another 5 more of them. If they're on a quarterly frequency, I'm going to get another 3 more of them, noting that I do skip in the hotter months to actually avoid melting. Which means I'm going to get, I think, at least another 182 more bars in just bakery come through over that 12-month period. So my numbering here showed I love my bakery bars. I'm not prepared to get rid of any of my bakery bars, but it did show that for me to get through what's coming through Scentsy Club, what I currently have, and the fact that I warm bakery 12 months of the year, so this would be divided by 12, not by 6 like my winter ones, I would still need to pull 14 bars a month if I were to work my way through my Scentsy Club subscription and in just bakery, not any other categories, 14 bars of my bakery a month to work through my Scentsy Club subscription and what I have there. Now, because I'm pulling from other categories, not just bakery, realistically where my winter bars, I thought, yes, 10 bars a month over that 6-bar period is doable. 14 bars a month when I'm warming average 30 to 50 bars a month and need to include other categories is getting a little bit high. So I've kind of felt for my 2023 melting plan with bakery, this would be more a 2-year plan. So if I were to divide it into a 2-year plan instead of a 1-year plan, I would be pulling 7 bars a month over the next 2 years to get through what comes through my Scentsy Club and what I currently have on hand with my bakery bars. Now, I already know Mochadoodle is going to be added to this little pile with frequent Scentsy Club subscription when that comes in January's Bring Back My Bar, and there could be a potentiality others will be too. So I kind of already included, even though I have none on hand, Mochadoodle in at least a bi-monthly frequency. Who knows? I may go through it just as regularly as I go in hugging a mug, and it may end up in a monthly frequency. So I do know that that's going to be kind of added to this pile of bakery bars. But as you can see, this is my bakery stash. I absolutely love my bakery stash, but I still need to put plans forward so that I was using and enjoying my wax rather than just letting it sit there, and knowing that I was going to get through currently what I have and not just let it pile up, because as I said, I had over 400 bars. So now is the time with the new year to start putting a plan in place of how I'm going to use these bars and how I'm going to enjoy these bars. So what are your favourite bakery bars? As you can see, I have quite a few favourite bakery bars for quite a few different variations of weathers and variation of seasons, because I just really do enjoy my bakery. So my aim will be to pull at least 7 a month. If I get through more than 7 a month, really good. I just can't guarantee that I'll get through 14 a month when I'm pulling other categories. So this is going to be placed on a 2-year plan, whereas some of my others have been placed on, most of my others are placed on a 1-year plan. I think this and my summer have been placed on a 2-year plan because of how many bars I have. But I'm still going to enjoy them. I'm still going to have them come to me. It is my absolute favourite category, so I'm not complaining about what I have. So I hope you enjoyed part 2 of what's in my home and a little sneak peek into my bakery bars. I hope you're doing well. I hope we're a week away from Christmas, so I hope you'll be having a great Christmas. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.